What's good? Welcome to the Blerd podcast. I'm your host, Deuce, joined here with my co-host,
Brandeezy.
And this is the Blerd podcast where we talk about movies, video games, anime, TV shows, all that type of good stuff, and entertainment. A bunch of stuff has come out since the last episode.
A lot of shit.
We're going to get into it. Top Gun, Doctor Strange, Obi-Wan, a bunch of stuff. But we wanted to start it off with some spicy stuff and get into who's the most talented. Because it's down to these two gentlemen who's the most talented in the entertainment industry, and that is between Jamie Foxx and Donald Glover. Now, myself, I'm going with Donald Glover, a.k.a. Childish Gambino. And
I'm going with my boy Jamie. Come on now.
Now, we start off with, who's a better, actor?
Jamie Foxx.
I might give you acting, honestly.
Donald Glover couldn't do Django or...
Damn.
He really can't. I love Donald Glover, but he can't do Django.
Can Jamie Foxx be Troy from the Community?
No, because I feel like that's really Donald Glover's that's his thing.
His bag.
Yeah. But I would say Donald Glover could have done Ray, even though it was a bad movie, but he could have done that.
Donald Glover could have done Ray?
He could have done Ray. I feel like Jamie Foxx could have done Simba on Lion King.
Okay.
What other? I don't think Donald Glover could have done Electro.
Interesting.
I don't think he could do that one. Hell, even the Jamie Foxx show, I don't think he could have done that. Maybe in a reboot, maybe, but in that time, nah, I don't think he could have done that.
Jamie Foxx could never make Atlanta. He could never do it. And he's never done it. He's never done anything like it.
I'll give you that. That's kind of I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
And as for he could play Electro.
Nah,
if you want to see the whole nerdy, that was Troy. His his first personality was Troy. Was a nerdier version of Troy. That's his name, right? From Community. I'm not tripping. I want to make sure it's Troy.
But I feel like Jamie Foxx, his acting bag is extremely deep. Not to go to this topic, but if it came down to them wearing a skirt and a wig or whatever, Childish Gambino couldn't do that.
I don't think Childish Gambino would want to do that.
He couldn't do that. Jamie Foxx, he can do that. Hell, I think he's getting fucking jacked up to play
Mike Tyson.
Yeah. Donald Glover couldn't do that. He could not do that.
Get jacked up?
Nah,
not
you
don't think so?
Nah.
They said what Kumail damn. You know what I'm talking about? Kumail Nanjiani?
The dude that was
in Eternals.
Yeah.
You seen him before he got jacked up?
Yeah, he was but
anybody can get jacked up.
But
especially when you're getting paid millions of dollars to do it.
But could you see Childish Gambino doing Mike Tyson? Could you see him portraying that?
No, I could not see him portraying.
That's what I'm saying. Jamie Foxx can switch back and forth.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx has impersonations over Donald Glover. I've never seen Jamie Foxx can impersonate so many different people. It's scary. But I've never seen Donald Glover do that, do impersonations of other people.
I feel like if Donald Glover really started getting more into his acting bag, that debate between them would be LeBron and Jordan. It's right here.
I feel you. And that's just with the movies. We can come back to the movies, but as for music, it's not even.
I'll give it Donald Glover. I'll give him.
It's not even debatable, right?
I'll give him that. But I'll say Jamie Foxx, when he was making music, it was kind of whoever was featured on the song, they carried the song. Very rarely he would be a feature and he would carry it. Gold Digger, it was kind of even.
It was Ye's song.
Yeah, it was. I was it was even. They both kind of went back and forth.
What about Slow Jams? Is that more his song or more Kanye West's song?
I'll say it's more Twisted.
You think it's more Twister song than Kanye and Jamie Foxx?
I mean, well,
obviously it's Kanye's song,
right?
But
I'll say for that aspect, Ye and Jamie Foxx were really again, they were really just going back and forth. But Jamie Foxx might have just a little bit, like them vocals, the background, like you want some Marvin Gaye, like that shit. Yeah, he kind of.
That's the most memorable part of
That's
the
what I'm
song.
saying. Like he just a little bit.
So right now, movies. We'll get back to it. I feel like it's neck and neck right now in movies.
That's fair.
Fair. Music, it's
Gambino got that,
and then acting.
Jamie Foxx got that.
Jamie Foxx got that. So we tied right now.
Yeah, it's
1-1 or 2.
Yeah, wait, 3 because we did 3 of them. It was
one's
acting.
a tiebreaker. 1-1 and one's a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
What else is factor? Writing. I feel
like Jamie Foxx got better writing. His pen is better.
Better than writing, as in what aspect? Are we doing music writing?
Music. I feel like his pen is better.
Childish Gambino had a whole storyline because of the internet. The music videos, it had a whole underlying storytelling about aliens.
I feel like my man's pen is just, it's like that. But
how?
Childish Gambino, like his music and his penmanship is so, it's really good. But
it's elite.
I just feel like Jamie might have just a little bit, but at the same time, he didn't really put out that much music, so I would have to give it to Gambino. True. So he kind of has a slight edge.
Not just that Jamie Foxx didn't put out a lot of music, but every project of Childish Gambino is different.
That's fair.
Everyone. So the level of level of skill to not only write a bunch of different albums, but they all have a different vibe to it. Like, it's hard to go from writing a rock song to writing a rap song.
Right, because, Gambino went from, well, you can't say, 3005. 3005 is the same as Redbone.
No,
Two different vibes.
Yeah.
And those songs are fucking elite.
Yeah.
But you can say, what's that song with him and Drake? Your Type? Or whatever that shit's called. That song and Blame It on the Alcohol, they kind of have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Slow, mellow.
Mm.
So,
and that was mostly Jamie Foxx's bag, was the R&B type thing.
And that man, bangers.
Yeah.
Bangers.
Yeah, for someone who didn't release a lot of music, the music he did release was pretty.
That was elite music.
Pretty good. So, what else factors? It really just comes down to Jamie Foxx. I could never see him doing some Afrocentric, what is that? Afro realism is what I think Atlanta's called, a perception of the black experience. I think it's called Afro surrealism.
I feel like what's that show he did in the late 80s? It was him, Damon Wayans, what is the name of that show? They did it was a spoof, but I feel like if he really got serious, he could do that. Let me look up. I really can't think of the name off top.
And as for Jamie Foxx what did he play, Wanda, when he had the wig and dress on?
Yeah, that's the same. I can't think of the fucking name of the show.
What's up with the old black actors and wearing dresses and stuff? That was you don't see none of the new age guys doing that.
In Living Color.
In Living Color.
That's what it was. But yeah, no, I'm glad they stopped doing that shit because
you don't see any of the new age guys do it.
Yeah, I'm glad they don't.
John Boyega, he was the Finn in Star Wars. Yeah. Who else up and coming? You won't see no one like DC Young Fly. None of them do it.
I was gonna say Keith, but I can see him.
Keith Stanfield.
Yeah, I can see him wearing a dress. I was gonna vouch for him, but I could see him wearing a dress.
Seeing somebody in a dress and seeing them in a dress is different.
I could different. If it came down to it, I could see him putting on a dress in a movie.
I think he might have a different opinion about that.
Listen, that man, he posts weird shit, so I wouldn't put it past him to be in a dress in a movie.
That's fair. Wasn't he in a skirt?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You put on a skirt, put on the dress.
That's basically there.
These niggas basically are the new Tyler Perry.
I'm not against people wearing dresses if they want to wear a dress, but
knock yourself out.
I'm against us sizing it up. For Young Thug when he wore a dress.
Oh, brother.
Y'all was
I'm covered fire.
Y'all was that dress is not fire.
Fire,
if a girl was wearing that dress, y'all would not gas that dress up.
Kid Cudi wearing
so it's not a fire dress then.
Kid Cudi wearing his little dress or skirt on SNL.
The Verge, that was a off-white dress, and that shit was garbage.
I think he was trying to pay homage to Kurt Cobain. But
I ain't never seen that man's dress.
I was like, bro, this shit is ass. Like,
What is going on?
I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, we got niggas in dresses and skirts. Like, I don't know where. I guess Tyler Perry kind of made it like
He made
popular.
it cool. Him, Martin Lawrence, and
Yeah,
Big
Big
Mama's
Mama.
House.
Yeah.
We grew up with these niggas in dresses.
And I don't know, like, I don't know what the fuck. And if you notice, a lot of like famous black actors, they have to go through like that experience of wearing a dress.
Yeah.
Kevin Hart had to do it on SNL. The Rock did it.
Wasn't Will Smith his first role? He liked guys, right?
I think he did something like that. I think he was like he had that in his acting bag, but it's like they all did that, and then Tyler Perry came on the scene, and that man, it's like you're 6'6", full on like wig, the whole get up, and it's like this is like the new norm. Like I'm not knocking it, get your money,
Exactly.
but.
And I'm not gonna hold you. That shit was hilarious.
I'm not gonna lie. Like some of his movies were funny as fuck.
Medea is a brilliant character, but he spent a lot of years in that.
That's what I'm saying.
Jump. At what cost? I mean, he got his own production. His production. I would say a community. Like it's a whole neighborhood built to film, and it's massive. So.
And I remember he said like he didn't have like writers, like he writes his own shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can tell because
you can.
some of the shit you put out, I was like, you can tell this shit is ass. Like,
yeah,
he has some terrible movies. I'm not gonna lie,
but he has some bangers too. Like, what was the one when that? Damn, I want to say the plot, but all the movies are basically the same.
You can say the plot. It's like, oh, this movie, that movie, that movie, that movie.
It's like the dark skin antagonist treats the black woman like shit, and then she meets a light skin.
Boondocks. Yeah. Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
Yeah.
And J Pass, yikes. J Pass said, "Don't forget Norbit."
Yikes. Norbit.
Martin,
Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, Eddie Murphy. I was about to say Martin Lawrence for some reason.
Yeah, it's Eddie
Nah,
Murphy.
that's Big Mama's House.
Yeah, Big Mama's House. So all the kings of comedy, they all except for Cedric the Entertainer.
Nah, I feel like he put on something. I feel like that man put
We gotta
on,
fact check that.
Like, I feel like only Steve Harvey might have been the only one that didn't put on a dress.
Yeah, but he wears one now, so it's okay.
Yikes. Yikes. The shot.
Yeah, he's the ultimate woman's woman.
He is. He definitely is.
I'm not trying to hate on him, but he kind of like he's
No,
not
that
that
nigga,
funny to me.
He do anything for the ladies'
My
club.
fault.
That man, he panders, and it really blows my fucking mind. Like, the whole Think Like a Man movie, like, I'm not saying that's a good movie. Great movie.
Yeah.
But him in that movie, like, ladies, if you want a man, like, that's like you're pandering. Like, stop being a fucking panderer. Like,
Women don't need help.
that's what
getting
I'm
guys.
saying. Like, shut the fuck up.
They don't need help.
Like, nigga, you're a fucking millionaire, like, writing a book on TV. What the fuck is an average ass woman who works a 9 to 5 gonna do?
I found a picture of this nigga in a dress.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm talking about Cedric the Entertainer,
Oh
by the
my
way.
God.
He looks like a lunch lady.
Could you find Steve Harvey? I feel
I
like
gotta
if
look
you
Steve
could
Harvey.
find Cedric, Steve Harvey's not that far away. God damn. DL Hughley, was he in a dress?
I don't. I'm a fact check all this. We gotta, cause I want to eventually do a tier list.
God.
I want to eventually do a tier list of all the Marvel movies. We got to do a tier list of all niggas in dresses.
God.
We got to do a tier list.
Is that Kevin Hart next to him?
No.
Was that JB Smooth?
Yeah, that's JB Smooth.
Kevin Hart wasn't a dress though. I think it was in SNL.
He definitely was. And God, please. The Rock did it in
Oh yeah.
The Game Plan? And what's that? Tooth Fairy?
Tooth Fairy. I know he was gay and Be Cool with
Yeah,
I forgot his name.
You
You ever seen Be Cool?
I like saw like the synopsis of it. I didn't really see the full thing. I couldn't see the Rock in that like portrayal. I'm like, bro, like I remember you were like slamming niggas and pinning niggas winning championships. Now you in the fucking Game Plan wearing a tutu.
John Travolta was in that too, in Be Cool. But I didn't see a Steve Harvey in a dress. So
But like Nelson said, that nigga's a woman's woman, so That man panders.
You ever see that video of him like, you think rich people sleep hours a day?
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
You can't sleep 8 hours a day.
Like, let niggas sleep. Like, I'm sorry, nigga. Like, if you're gonna be rich and successful, you gotta be up at like 5 a.m. It's like, bro, let that nigga sleep.
Doing what at 5 a.m.?
Like,
tell me.
That's what I'm saying. You want me to be up and what? Get ahead of other niggas that are sleep? Like, what am I doing?
Get your sleep, people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Don't
important. Health as well.
Stop listening to these fucking millionaires. Like, listen to your average 9-to-5 nigga versus a millionaire. Because clearly these niggas. I mean, I'm not saying like not all of them. Like, some of them be like spitting game.
Absolutely.
But be realistic. Like, don't be like, oh, Steve Harvey said 90-day rule. So you know I'm gonna. That's how I'm gonna get a man. You know, like relax.
Nah.
If you wanna let a nigga fuck on the first date, guarantee you that nigga gonna be back on the second date. And the third date, and maybe even wife you. Hell, you waking up at 3-4 in the morning to get ahead of everybody else. Relax, do your thing.
You can make a nigga wait 90 days if you want to.
That's what I'm saying.
See what happens.
Like some niggas, you could tell him, yeah, I'm gonna wait 90 days. He can be like, all right, that's cool. In them 90 days, he gonna be fucking Tiffany, Ashley, Brittany, all of them. In that 90 days, like, yo, what's up? So it's do your thing, man. Just
on you.
Be realistic about it.
But
word to Kevin Samuels, R.I.P.
But yeah, Donald Glover. So what we got? So acting, we gave it to Jamie Foxx.
Penmanship, I got that Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Movies. What movies has Jamie Foxx really like stood out in?
Django.
Oh yeah, that's true. Django's
shit,
fire.
That shit is fucking fire.
Movies Jamie Foxx has stood out in?
Yes.
All right.
What was that movie with he did with Brad Pitt when he's a taxi cab driver?
Was it Baby Boy? Not Baby Boy. It's something Boy.
Collateral or something like that.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's something Boy, I think.
It's Brad Pitt and he's like a assassin or something like that, or a hitman, and Jamie Foxx is just a cab driver.
It's some movie he just did. Like, it was with some blind kid. And
Collateral. That's Tom Cruise is Collateral.
Is that with Tom Cruise?
Yeah. But Jamie Foxx got Law Abiding Citizen, which was fire. Stealth. You remember Stealth?
That shit was he died halfway through the movie.
I know, but that whole movie was heat. He did die though.
I think.
Damn. They did kill him all.
I think Samuel L. Jackson is one of the few niggas like in a movie. And if you're black, you don't die off rip. What's that movie he played in? I want to say it was Jaws or Deep Blue Sea, some shit like that.
Something like that.
He was in it. And he did off rip. He did not die. He made it from the start of the movie all the way to the end. I was like, I fuck with that. Django, that nigga died. He definitely got his, but he stayed from the start to the end.
He was the last person.
He was the last nigga to die.
That's tough.
That's a common thing, like Hollywood movies. Like, if you're black in a scary movie, the first 20 minutes, just know, like, you're not making it that far. I don't care how much plot you have.
Yeah.
You're dying right then and there.
Because if they survive, then the villain might end up, like, losing. Like, the black people might end up giving them a real fight.
Like, what was that movie? I think it was with Jason that just came out, and he fought, or some black person that fought him, and he just whacked him.
You're talking about when that black girl shot herself?
Yeah.
When he slammed the door on her and... Yeah, that was dumb. Damn, I was gonna say, what were we just talking about before that?
Movies that Jamie Foxx stood out in.
Oh yeah. Baby Driver, he was pretty good in.
That's the movie, Baby Driver.
He had a small role in that.
J-Pat said LL Cool J did Deep Blue Sea.
Oh.
Then Samuel Jackson was in.
He's in some like.
Yeah, it was Samuel Jackson or Morgan Freeman. One of them. Who, when the shark came up and bit him halfway through the speech?
That was Samuel Jackson. I just can't remember what movie that was.
I don't think it's
Deep
Jaws.
Blue Sea. Deep Blue Sea is with the genetically modified sharks.
That's right.
It's 3 of them. And like he was in the middle of talking and that shark came up and bit him and threw him around a couple times and then went back in the water with him. But I can't remember if it was Morgan Freeman or Samuel Jackson.
It was Samuel Jackson. Yeah. He's in one of those little shark movies.
Samuel Jackson's in bangers. He's in The Other Guys, SWAT, Jumper, which was fire.
What's that movie? With him and The Rock, they die like the first like 20
Oh,
days.
The Other Guys. One of the funniest movies of all time.
Wait, what?
The Other Guys is one of the funniest movies of all time.
I'm not mad at it.
It has to be.
The
It has to be
niggas
up there.
jumped off the.
Snakes on the Plane is corny, but it's so good.
What?
Snakes on the Plane?
It's corny, but it's so good.
You rewatch that movie. That movie is corny as hell. But it's fire. It's like a good type of. You know how there's bad movies that are so bad that are good?
Yeah, but like how would you react in that situation? Like you're
there
on
a
a
snake-
plane and there's hella snakes. Like
I would do what he do. You gotta get these motherfucking snakes. We got it. And he ended up, saving most people. Shaft.
that was a good movie.
That was
a
fire.
good movie. That was a fucking good movie.
What was that movie when he was a cop, and he was protecting? Man, I forgot that guy's name. It was like damn, I forgot his name. Apologies. Jackie Brown. He was good in. Let me try to look at that movie though.
What movies do Donald Glover stand out in?
Donald Glover hasn't really been in a lot of.
No, he's not. I told you that like 2 episodes ago. He's not a standout character. He's not a breakout character.
No, he just hasn't been in a lot of movies.
Also, that he hasn't been in a lot of movies.
But I think he's going to change that soon. I just think he's working on Atlanta right now, to be honest. And his mind's really just focused on
Terrence is what you're thinking about.
Like
not
Lakeview Terrence with Samuel Jackson as the cop.
not the evil cop. Not when he was evil. He was a good cop. It was protecting some guy from witness protection. I remember there was one scene where like he was eating raw meat I don't know. Can you look up another cop movie by Samuel Jackson?
one of my favorite movies he did is like What a Time or some shit like that. A Time to Kill. That's one of my favorite movies he ever did. It's about
Was it Reasonable Doubt?
Who else was in that with him?
I gotta watch that shit. A Time to Kill. Bangers. That was like some like deep in the South type shit. He killed a guy.
I think it's with up-and-coming district attorney Mitch Brockton commits a fatal hit and run and feels compelled to throw the case against the blah, 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 blah.
What movie is that?
Reasonable Doubt.
Reasonable Doubt. Hold up.
Never seen it. Never seen that shit.
No, hold on. No. I know the actor he's in it with.
Long Kiss Goodnight, J-Pass said.
Long Kiss Goodnight.
Let me look that up.
Movie? Oh.
Eugene Levy was in the movie with him. It is called Eugene Levy, Samuel Jackson. The Man. It's called The Man, 2005. Really good. One of Samuel Jackson's best performances.
So
Better than him as Nick Fury?
One. I said one. Why are you laughing like that? You over here giggling.
awful.
There's been a bunch of movies that come out recently. I really want to talk about Tom Cruise because I feel like he doesn't get his flowers as an actor and a stunt double.
So before that, do you agree that Jamie Foxx kind of has a little?
No.
All right.
In movies, maybe. But let's look up some movies that Donald Glover has been in.
It's a short list.
He was in the Martian. He was pretty good in that.
It's a very short list.
It is very short.
It is.
He gave 8 seasons up or 6 seasons.
Solo. He was a great. He was probably the best part of that movie. He was a
Lando.
I don't know what he did in the Spider-Verse movie. Pause, but he was good at Magic Mike. The second one, he was good. Pause.
Yeah, we're gonna big pause that one.
But I mean, he was in the movie. I don't know what to tell y'all. He wasn't like dancing, doing no weird shit. He was like, his thing was singing. Like he would sing to the girls. Everybody else would be like dancing like some weird niggas, and he would just sing, and that's how he would get his bread. Imagine that being your job, is you singing to girls, and that's how you get bread.
J-Pass said Nat Khaleesi was the best part of Solo.
That was the robot, right?
I don't know. I didn't watch that movie.
I didn't watch it.
You
either.
didn't watch it?
I know he was in
And
it.
the Darth Maul cameo.
Yeah, that was the best part of the movie too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Guava Island. Jamie Foxx can't make a movie like Guava Island.
Would you even consider that a movie?
Yes. With Rihanna.
I feel like he could.
Why hasn't
I feel like he
Jamie
could.
Foxx can't do a movie like J-Pass said now the chick.
the chick?
The lesson
Oh
of the chick.
yeah. Oh, you're talking about girl from Game of Thrones. I think she's talking about the game. Olivia or something. I forgot her name. She's a good actor though.
Actually, no, you're right, because that's not really like James. Not saying that's not his bag, but that's not like.
No, he's not talking. I don't know who he's talking about, to be honest.
I didn't see the movie. I just knew that Darth Maul was in it. I saw that part, and I was confused because I don't know where this takes place. I think between episode 3 and 4.
Emilia Clarke.
Is that? I think that's who he's talking about. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
No, I just never seen the movie. I just know like
never
it
seen
takes
Solo?
place like between 3 and 4.
What,
No.
Solo?
Yeah.
No, wait.
No, it takes way
Yeah.
before 4.
Yeah, so between.
Isn't this the movie he does like the parcel run that
Yeah.
they always reference to?
Yeah, I think so. Yes, this is between 3 and 4.
Because Darth Maul dies before 5. Because really, he dies in 4, technically.
You mean 3? I mean, you mean 1?
No, Darth Maul can't. All right, so if you watch.
Yeah, he comes back.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And Obi-Wan kills him again. This time, Obi-Wan's an old-ass man.
Yeah.
But
And-
Obi-Wan dies in
4. So Obi-Wan kills him before Obi-Wan dies.
Okay.
It's confusing.
Yeah, no, Solo happens well before 4 though, because it happens before Rogue too. I know that.
He just means in between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
But yes, way before 4 though. This is a young Solo, and I hate that he gets his name Solo from being the only person to travel. Like they call him Solo because he travels alone.
I take that over
Yeah, it is corny.
someone asking me, "What's your name?" Skywalker. Like, bitch, they're all dead. Let that name die too.
Yeah, she got to stop with that. Bray was. I hate to keep bringing it up, but it would have been so much better if Finn was also a Jedi.
Force sensitive.
Because he was force sensitive, yeah. If they also gave him a lightsaber, him, Ben, and her, if they all ganged up on Palpatine, that would have been crazy.
I feel like Palpatine coming back was
That was dumb. Yes.
waste of a character to bring back. You could have brought back Anakin.
If you invested more, like I said, I think they need to do like if you're gonna do all these Star Wars spinoff movies, you need to do a Palpatine movie.
Yeah.
Like before everything that happens before episode 1. Because I want to know when he became a skilled Jedi.
But like with him, I
Or
guess
Sith.
like
Sith, yeah.
I guess like he made a clone of himself. So like Snoke was technically a clone of Palpatine. So
They should
like,
just build off Snoke. Like they should
I
just left
pray
him
they
alone.
don't.
I mean, it's too late now.
I'm glad he died.
What did Jay say?
First he said Rogue is directly before 4.
Yeah, because the greatest ending of a Star Wars fucking movie ever took place in that movie. My nigga Vader came on that ship. All you saw was a lightsaber, went to work. That was it.
Have you seen Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
This was the first time that we seen Vader be like a murdering psychopath. Like
And I love it.
before he was just kind of like fighting soldiers and shit like this, but in Obi-Wan,
This time he's really like, that man is on some like, this is rated R, like I'm really here. And I love it.
so why'd they try to redeem his character in the last what was it? What was 7? Return of the Jedi?
Yeah.
Why they try to redeem him at the end like everything's straight now?
J-Pass said or a young Vader movie.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
I mean, like
enacting Order 66.
no, I need to see it from the moment he gets off the chair and screaming no, film it right then and there. From that moment, make the movie. But Vader, his whole reason for like even still being alive after being fucking chopped up into pieces was I hate Obi-Wan so much.
Pure hatred.
So then, and Luke grew on him. He's damn, that's my son. Like
That's true.
Like I really want to do right by him, and killed the last nigga that kind of fucked up my life. My son's here.
Yeah.
Let me just look at you in my own eyes.
And we forgot that he murdered children off rip. Like
that was
before he even became Darth Vader.
Scenes.
He was murdering children.
I mean, at that
Fuck
time,
it.
technically he was Darth Vader.
That nigga's evil as hell.
So they said, Master Skywalker, what are we gonna do? That nigga got the lightsaber. I don't know what the fuck y'all finna do, but I'm gonna show you what the fuck I'm finna do.
Also, the opening scene when like their kids are training.
Yeah,
they didn't hear any of that shit going on outside.
Bruh.
All these niggas getting murdered. They didn't hear any of that.
They said, "Fuck it, that's just they just having fun out there." I'm like,
they
bro,
was just in their zone training.
If I heard that shit, I'd have been like, what we doing?
Yeah,
I'm like, if that's Anakin, like, let me know so I can either like hide or get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
And I think Reva, is that her name, the black girl? I think she was in that scene. Like, I think she was a little black girl that showed in episode 1.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's like her motive in the show. Like, I want to either get this nigga Vader back or get Obi-Wan for leaving me. Either one.
Why would they kill the children? Why wouldn't they train them to be like evil? Were they too good or what's going on?
It's like it's more so Vader. Like, it's if I train the children and Palpatine finds out and they grow up and they're maybe stronger, he's gonna kill me and then bring them in my spot. So
so he had to choose.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you even if you're force sensitive. I'm gonna wipe that shit out.
But what do they call the 3 people that are hunting Jedi?
The Inquisitors.
Inquisitors. Wouldn't it be dope, or wouldn't it be better to have more Inquisitors? Like, because those kids probably came from the Jedi.
The Inquisitors, they're not like bad people. They're like just force sensitive people that just start working with the.
Exactly. So why kill all the force sensitive, especially as children? Why not just bring them along?
I mean, some of them. That's what they did with some of them. Like, either we'll kill you or we'll just just train you.
I feel you.
And Reva just happened to make that cut.
They said something about her that I seen the real redirects on YouTube.
Yeah.
One of the guys said that she's she overacts.
She definitely does.
She does. I've only heard that about one other person, and that was Halle Berry. Why they do that to black women? Why are black women overacting?
I also saw a point where it was like Reva is emotional, she's overacting and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And someone was like, "You just described Anakin in Revenge of the Sith."
Yeah.
So I was like,
but they got on his head about that too.
Yeah, and they killed Hayden Christian for that. They killed him. But I feel
damn, that ruined his career.
Yeah, because that man, like, I don't think he really did movies after that. He was just on some like low key shit.
He did Jumper after that though, right?
I think so.
And that was fire.
It's just he's forever gonna be known for Anakin. Like that's really it.
He was in Takers with T.I.
Yeah. Fucking. But I think with her, like, people are just mad that it's kind of like a stereotypical like black woman role, and she just happened to fit that part. But that's literally what Anakin was.
If a white woman was in our part, it wouldn't.
Jake Penn said a lot of them turned Jedi. I don't know what in relation to. The internet kept out.
Other kids, like, they would have turned Jedi. Like, it was already kind of too late for them. They were already imprinted to be like good people.
Most of them, they were Padawans, like training or in training, and they just happened to have this shit going.
Maybe you have to get them like very young and imprint on them to be bad.
Because Reva, they got her when she was young. So that was it. And then I liked when Obi-Wan felt Vader. Or when Reva was about to like fight him, and she's like, "Oh yeah, Anakin's still alive." He was like, "What the fuck?" That man was like, "What the fuck?" He's like, "Bitch, how do you know?" And that kind of like that was like my question, like, how do you know that Vader is Anakin? Like, not that many people know that.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Bitch, what do you know? Like, how do you know all these details that Anakin's alive and that he's Vader?" Like,
that's a good point.
It was only a small group of people that knew that who Vader was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where'd this come from?
Inquisitors are turned Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not just save all the Jedis then if you're just going to turn them in like, I feel like you could have a whole gang of Inquisitors instead of like 3 or 4.
It's too late at that point.
What you mean?
Like, it's like Anakin. Like, I was good, I got turned bad. So I'm going to hunt down all the
bad
good people.
Quote
good people.
Okay. Speaking of that, I got a question about the colors of the sabers. So the red is obviously bad, right. And then green and blue and any other color is the good.
Not all the Jedi would have turned. That's what J-Pet said.
Okay, that makes sense. So they handpick them to make sure like they got the right ones, basically.
In a sense, yeah.
Okay. So the colors of the lightsaber, does it matter? Because I was told that when you pick green, it's because you're mostly dominant and and sabering. And if you pick blue, you're mostly dominant in the Jedi aspect, the Force aspect. Is that true?
I couldn't tell you. I just thought like they just picked the color and go with it.
Okay.
Like I know Ahsoka, her lightsabers are what, clear or white?
Yeah.
So I don't know what the fuck that is.
Wasn't the Mandalorian's like black or something?
That's the dark saber though. It's only like a few of those, and the Mandalorian used them, or the top Mandalorian used it.
I mean, to this day, I only know that Mace Windu had, like, he only stood out. That man had a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, just because you asked for it. It's crazy.
That's
just clout.
That's right. Samuel L. Jackson at his finest.
Lightsaber colors and their meanings. The Jedi Sentinel, or for yellow, is the Jedi Sentinel class, known for getting their hands dirty, doing undercover work, and implying special tech to go with their Force abilities. Green generally belongs to the Jedi Counselors. These users focus on the Force instead of their lightsaber skills.
Gotcha.
Blue belongs to Jedi Guardians, who focus more on their lightsaber skills than their Force abilities. Purple is Jedi who have very strong connections to both sides of the Force and can be highly aggressive in battle. And the white sabers are users who are neutral between Jedi and Sith, but still are incredibly loyal to a faction they deem worthy.
And then what? A red? Just make sure.
Yeah, it's just Sith.
Just Sith. So I got it mixed up. The blue one is the dominant in battle.
And lightsaber skills. And green is dominant in Force.
Got you. So that's why Obi-Wan was able to beat Darth Maul when they fought instead of Qui-Gon being able to beat him straight up.
And plot. Yeah. my thing is, like, when Obi-Wan fought Grievous, you have 4 fucking lightsabers and you got shot. Yeah. They're like make that make sense. I have 4 lightsabers and a nigga shot me.
Yeah, but Jedis be getting shot. We saw that in the Obi-Wan joke. They can't block all that shit. And we saw it when they battled in what was number 2?
Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
When they were in the Coliseum.
Yeah.
They was getting shot.
I mean,
the Force don't be helping them all the time, I guess.
But this man Grievous he has 4 arms, 4 lightsabers, and this nigga Obi-Wan just said, "Bow."
I don't think his connection with the Force can be as strong because he's such a robot, if that makes sense.
I think Grievous was a Jedi at one point.
Yeah, he was an actual being.
Yeah.
I think my theory is that the more cybernetics he emplaced in himself, the less connection he had to the Force.
I want to see Count Dooku. I want to see earlier stages of him because
that'd be tough.
That man, he knew. I guess you could say he knew like who Darth Sidious was, and he was trying to tell Anakin like, nigga, it's him.
Yeah.
Like, this is the guy. Like, you trying to kill me? It's him.
And he was Yoda's Padawan at one point, right? Or apprentice.
Count Dooku.
Yeah, Count Dooku.
He did say that. He said that until I just recently watched it. It was like my young Padawan, but Yoda did train Count Dooku.
That's crazy. That's how you know he was nasty because he took on Obi-Wan and Anakin both at the same time twice. The second time they fought, he kind of pushed Obi-Wan to the side.
That man Obi-Wan got.
Nah, he got burned on the arm and burned on the leg, and I was over.
That was the first time they fought.
Count Dooku. Oh yeah.
Because he cut off Anakin's hand the first time they fought.
I was over here like, where's all that Jedi healing?
Do Jedis heal?
Bruh.
Because
that was what Ren was doing the entire 7th movie or 8th movie.
That bitch.
9th movie.
Yeah, that bitch.
Oh, I'm talking about what?
Yeah.
Ren was healing everybody. Baby Yoda was healing the Mandalorian, wasn't he?
Yeah, oh, okay. But they can't heal like limbs and shit like that.
Bruh. Ren brought
Kylo Ren brought Ren back. When she quote unquote died, that nigga used like the Force and just brought that bitch back to life.
Well, that was after he did it. I mean, she did it to him.
That was the only time we've ever seen that shit, though.
No, she did it to that snake monster that they found in the ground when they were looking for the little pyramid. I don't remember the names and none of this shit. But they were underground when they fell into the sinkhole. She healed that monster.
But they can't heal limbs. Is what I'm telling you. Everybody gets their limbs cut off.
Oh no, I was just talking about the fact that Obi-Wan got cut on the arm, cut on the leg, and he was out of the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, even this past episode, that man Obi-Wan got burned, and
that is crazy that he didn't get up from that shit. Obi-Wan kind of weak, low key.
In what aspect? In what aspect?
Teaching and being a leader, in fighting.
I wouldn't
name one fight he's won besides
General Grievous.
General
I
Grievous,
beat Darth Maul.
and he ended up shooting that nigga.
Darth Maul.
Saying it's uncivilized to shoot people, but you was quick to do it.
Darth Maul twice.
Darth Maul twice.
Anakin.
Yeah.
I got the high ground.
Anakin was being cocky,
He
though.
said, "Don't do it." He said, "Don't do it."
Yeah, you're right.
That
Yeah,
nigga-
I'm holding though.
Bro, the same. My man, listen,
I'll admit that.
if it's a problem in the Force or the galaxy, they like, yo, Obi-Wan Kenobi, that's the man to get it done.
You're right.
Anakin, go fix that shit. Grievous, go fix that shit. Darth Maul, twice.
You're right.
And even then, Maul should have won, but Obi-Wan just...
Maybe I'm comparing him to like Mace Windu. I think I'm comparing him to like the big dogs.
I mean, what fights has Mace Windu done?
You forgot when he cut off Jango Fett's head?
That's true. And he almost killed Palpatine. He could have killed him if Anakin wasn't on some sneak shit.
So he has 1 W?
Yeah, but it's the nigga that they've been trying to kill since ever. Like he's the main
Sith Lord.
Yeah, he's the big baddie.
I mean, I'll give
And
him...
Mace Windu sliced him on some easy
I'll
shit.
give Mace Windu, if they would have fought fairly, he would have beat Palpatine because I'm like, bro, that man had you literally like at death. And
Yeah.
Anakin was like, no, I need him.
I hope they bring Qui-Gon Jinn back.
I feel like he's going to make a cameo because Obi-Wan keeps talking about him and
Yeah.
keeps mentioning him. So maybe like a little cameo is going to happen. And
A little
see him.
force talk, a little
Yeah,
Ghost Force
like-
talk. That'd be tough.
But I don't know. I feel like he's like so like distraught and like, I thought I killed Anakin, but he's alive.
Yeah.
Like even, what's that planet they were on when he tried to get Leia?
Um,
Or he had Leia and they were in that little like truck. I forgot the name of it.
I know
But
what
when he
you're
was
talking
walking in the desert, that nigga saw Anakin. He was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like, and then even when Vader came on the planet, that man had damn near like an anxiety attack. He was like, oh shit, like I feel something's here.
yeah.
And then I'm like, what? I'm like, why is he having that? You look around, all you hear is Vader breathing. And you see the feet. I was like, oh shit. I was like, he's gonna find him.
Yeah.
That man,
They can sense each other. They can literally sense each other.
bro. That man came on the scene on the most reckless shit ever. That man opened the window, grabbed the father, tossed him. The kid came out, broke his neck.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this nigga, like Anakin is really on some Obi-Wan. Either I kill these niggas or you come out.
Yeah.
That nigga saw him in the back. Nigga Obi-Wan started running, met him in the fucking sand. That nigga Vader had this lightsaber. He said, "We not running, nigga. Like, we fighting."
Mm.
He said, "Oh, what is what did he say?" He said, "What have you become?" He said, "I am what you made me." I was like, "Damn."
He's not wrong.
I'm like, yeah, I was just saying, like, he's not wrong. Like, nigga, you kind of chopped him up and left him to die. And
Yeah. You could have, like, he was burning alive. You could have
that's what I'm saying. Like, or you could
got
just,
him out of his misery.
you could just push him in the lava. He could have really just. That's what
Slowly push him back into
I
the
would-
lava.
I would have done that. Like, that nigga is like crawling towards you saying, "I hate you." It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, love you.
That is wild that he just watched him burn. And then they actually didn't even see the finished job.
Nah, that man just left.
That is wild. He did that.
But I'm confused. How did his like mechanical arm not burn too?
It was made of metal.
It's probably real strong metal. Like Star Wars type of metal. I don't know.
I was saying, like,
You know what I mean? Like,
I just had so many questions. Like, looking back on it, I'm like, there's so many things about him that should have burned, but it is what it is.
also, like, so he is what? 70% robotic? 60%? Something like
Like,
that?
at this point, probably fucking 80. Like, if you saw him like getting all dressed up, my man's had like no limbs.
He's got no limbs. So is he just really good with the Force that he can sense where the saber is going? Because in theory, he should be slower, right? Or does
He should be slower because the suit does hold him back.
They can jump light speed
Who you talking about?
in the Star Wars universe.
Jedi's can?
No, I'm talking about like their ships can fly at light speed. You don't think their arms can keep up with their
That's fair.
motor skills?
I mean, I just think a fluid Jedi would be more efficient at sabering than a man who's mainly robotic.
You only saying that because General Grievous got taken out with a gun.
I mean,
No cap, though.
but Vader wouldn't go out like that. Like,
You're
just-
right, but how is he moving that fluidly?
I mean, it's not like he lost his ability to fight.
No, but he did lose the.
He lost his limbs, absolutely. But if I remember how to do it, and then I get like mechanical arms, we're back to work.
It's probably like a RoboCop thing that the cybernetics improve him. Like he's probably faster or something.
And shit, if I found a nigga that made me into this thing, I have so much hatred that I'm gonna remember everything. And them fighting that second time, well, first time technically. Vader knew.
Jay
like
Pat said it's his connection with the Force.
Okay, that's what it is. Because he is like, even when he walks, he breathes. Everything is slow. Everything's slow. But as soon as he get that saber in his hand,
You be walking through the hallways like the new Batman.
oh yeah. Which I hate. I hate that shit so much.
I like his walk. Like it has a swagger to it.
Bruh.
I need Ninja Batman.
Yeah, you got to disappear from time to time.
Exactly. Just every now and then, just show him you know what's up.
It's a swagger walk.
But but it makes sense how he's built.
Fatish's mom said, "Po little tink tink."
That is wild. That is actually wild. It makes sense that what's his name, Robert Patterson, that he's like kind of small, because when you want to be in a bulletproof suit, it's not a matter of being big, because the suit is already bulletproof. You want to be as fluid as possible. You know what I mean? You don't want to have extra weight to you. You want to be able to
That
like.
was the thing in Batman 2.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Dark Knight. When
Exactly.
He was like, you want to be able to turn your neck.
Exactly. You want to be able to, get on your ninja shit. So it makes sense that he's a small frame guy and not big, if that makes sense.
Isn't Ben Affleck's Batman suit like bulletproof? That man got shot at like.
But the way it's designed, it's fluid. It's a fluid looking suit. It's not like bulky armor. Like
that man got shot at. That man had Superman beam at him, and he literally just eat, block.
And it's almost like the newer Batman Arkham Knight.
Yeah,
How it's like a titanium liquid.
yeah.
Like it's more. It's like how Terminator what 2? What's the liquid robot?
I don't remember.
Terminator 2. The robot that's made out of liquid. I forgot his name, but
That
that's
one that looks like Walking Mercury that had to turn the knives and stuff.
yeah. When he was the one running like this,
Yeah.
it's an upgrade to be not only metal but be like a
Malleable metal.
exactly. And then in the one after that, Terminator Judgment Day, the 3, it was a robot
Encased in it.
exactly.
Because that's how they were able to split up. right?
Exactly. So I mean, it makes sense, and he's probably gonna Robert Pattinson's probably gonna get an upgrade suit in the next one.
If he has another movie.
When he has another
Don't do
movie,
that.
bro,
Don't do that. Don't do
He
that.
got a bunch of bread from that movie.
I can't even like try and play him. It's one of the best Batman movies.
It's up there. It's definitely up there. So one of my boys told me that it's 1A and 1B with Dark Knight. Like he gives Dark Knight 1A and then the Batman is 1B. I don't think they're that close though.
I can't even. So I'm trying to like think, what would I put as 1B out of all the Batman movies?
I would agree with that. I would say the Dark Knight and then the Batman.
Yeah, I was about to say they are kind of 1A and 1B.
But I don't think it's one. I think it's 1 and 2. I wouldn't agree that it's 1A and 1B, but I do think they're after each other.
That's fair.
That
That's
makes
fair.
sense.
It's a fair point.
I really want to talk about Tom Cruise. I don't want to forget about him because I think he's a genius, and I think he's just getting started. Because they're
Just getting
You think
started.
Tom Cruise is just getting
Just
started?
getting started.
and let me tell you
Shit.
why. Let me tell you why. Because he just started producing his own movies. He started. I think it was the
Oh, you mean in his career?
yes.
I'm thinking like you mean as an actor.
I
Oh,
was
no,
saying,
no, no.
Just
No,
getting
no.
This man done had like 1,000 movies come out.
I think in terms of movies from I think it's Rogue Nation or the one where he climbed the tower.
Mission Impossible is becoming Fast and Furious.
No.
Who said that?
I'm saying that.
Oh, I will agree. I will agree with that.
They're not, and they will never be because they always started with crazy shit. Fast and Furious had to have this progression in order to keep entertaining people, but Mission Impossible has always been at that level of explosions and crazy shit.
Bruh,
So they
the
don't
Fast
have
and
to do
Furious
that.
cast think they're immortal.
That's Fast and Furious though.
Tom Cruise actually is.
Exactly. And that's why the Mission Impossible movies work. It's because this nigga's actually he's actually hanging off the side of the buildings. He's actually
No, I'm talking about the fact that he never dies and he should have died many a times.
You think so?
Bruh.
If that's the case, James Bond should have died years ago. If that,
Yes.
Come on, stop it. And he did end up dying. James Bond did end up dying.
Exactly, because they were trying to keep from getting the Fast and Furious Mission Impossible status.
Say what you want. I need more Mission Impossible movies.
I don't.
I need him doing more.
Please.
Name a bad Mission Impossible movie.
It's not about being bad. It's
Then what's it about?
If you put out more movies,
But even Fast, how many bad were there? How many bad movies were there until you got to the point of them doing too much? Like
That's the
Tokyo
thing.
Tokyo Drift wasn't bad. It's comparatively.
When Mission Impossible movies start being bad, then I will understand. But they've all been good.
but it's gonna get to a point where it's like they put out 20 movies. And it's like, all right, enough is
Not doing
enough.
too much.
But he's gonna keep going. Like he's gonna keep being like he's planning on going to space. He's signing a deal with Elon Musk to be on the Space Force X to
And
film in space.
Enough is
To
enough.
actually film in space.
Enough is enough.
The only when you're talking, if they shoot the next Mission Impossible movie in space, yeah, you did too much.
No. They're not gonna do no CGI bullshit like they did with
I don't
Fast
care.
and Furious.
You shoot your next.
Y'all don't want to see nigga in space.
I don't want to see
No.
Mission Ethan Hunt. in
Y'all
space.
are tripping.
Listen. If
and
that,
it makes sense.
if that does happen, let that be the last Mission Impossible.
Now, what about if Tom Cruise wants to go to Mars?
No.
2030, they went to Mars and Tom
Have you
Cruise was
noticed
like, we
that
filmed the next Mission Impossible in Mars.
Have you noticed that every Mission Impossible movie is Ethan Hunt dismantling a bomb at the last second? Every
No, the third one, with
the rabbit's foot.
yes, that was actually kind of scary because he had that bomb in his head and he didn't disarm it. His girl did. You remember that?
But what were they doing in that movie? Because that wasn't the last part of it.
That was the very last thing. It was him trying to get the bomb out of his head, and he had to get shocked. But before that, it was about the gas, about that toxin.
The rabbit's foot.
Yes, it wasn't about any bombs.
I thought the rabbit's
except for
foot
the
thing
bomb in the
happened
head.
after. But never mind, my bad.
Yeah, no, they.
The last ones, yes, have been about. But isn't that the AI and nuclear warfare are the two biggest worries that we have as people? Is it not?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
So why would you not have movies about that?
What's
scary?
Fast
What's
and
scarier than?
Furious don't do nothing but like every movie is a big car chase. To
We gotta
stop.
stop. We gotta stop comparing the two. They're not the same. The only thing about them is that they have long runs. If we going, let's compare Harry Potter too. Should Harry Potter have stopped?
Every movie ended differently.
Yeah,
it was
that's fine.
nothing about Harry Potter. It was a long sequence. The entire thing was a story.
So is this.
All right.
How old is Tom Cruise? Like in his 50s?
Yeah, he's like 55, something like that.
Yeah, go ahead, retire that. Go ahead.
He's going crazy. Did you see the last? Well, first of all, we're gonna get into it because in Top Gun, I have not seen the first one.
59.
59.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me be honest. I have not seen the first Top Gun, but I've seen the second one, and they actually were filming in those F-18s, and it made it a crazy experience watching it at the theaters because you can tell they're actually in the play. It changes the movie completely. In the first one, I seen a little bits of it, and it's like corny, I guess, because you can tell they're behind green screens
Right.
and they're machines. But in this one, they're flying real planes, and that's because of Tom Cruise. He got the actors to go through the training and be in those planes, and then his sequences, he flew himself, doing crazy shit.
Retire it. Go ahead. Hang it up.
I don't understand what. Would you retire LeBron in his prime?
Right,
Tom
just
Cruise
because-
is in his prime right
But
now.
your argument is that Tom Cruise does really good stunts.
Yes.
Is Tom Cruise's movies amazing?
No, the stunts bleed into his performances, though, is what I'm telling you. It makes his character more realistic because he's actually going
Yeah,
through
when
emotions.
he's running, I really feel the stamina.
That boy be running. Name a better runner on film than Tom Cruise.
Nah, there is no better runner.
That boy be cooking, bro.
The nigga that was on Get Out,
That
boy was
10-second.
that nigga was running like his fucking life depended
But he
on
don't
it.
got
was Lakeith?
stamina like Tom
Oh, no,
Cruise,
that wasn't
though.
Lakeith. Never mind. Wait,
Tom
wasn't
Cruise
it?
got
That wasn't
no.
Lakeith.
That was the older gentleman. Tom Cruise got the stamina though. They be filming him in the long shots of him just running. You like, is he
That's
gonna
in every
stop
movie.
running?
That's a Tom Cruiseism. It's like Michael Bay's like camera glares and his American flags and his military and his
And explosions.
from the side angle shot. I mean,
Yeah.
from the down front wheel angle shot. Like that's Tom Cruiseism is a 60-second running scene.
You gonna tell me you don't like seeing Tom Cruise run? Is that what you or being on a motorcycle?
I enjoy watching him running Rogue Nation. When he was running through the buildings. But him just
Oh,
sprinting,
okay.
just a sprint. Like him sprinting through the city now.
I fuck with it. When we talk about the third one, when he was running trying to get to his girl,
Yeah.
and they held that shot so long, and he was just running. You like, is he gonna run out of gas? No, booking it, booking it. Not what is it? Breathing hard and none of that. You can tell that boy in shape.
I mean, at almost 60, I would
No,
hope.
they got Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Yeah,
God.
that's the newest one, and that one's gonna go hard. They have this one sequence in the trailer where he's driving a motorcycle off a cliff into it, like he's obviously gonna pull a parachute, but The Rock can't do that. Who else? An
The
action
Rock
star?
won't do that shit.
Exact. No one will do that except for Tom Cruise, and that's why we need him.
Because white people are adventurous.
Even
niggas,
white people don't do the shit Tom Cruise do.
niggas know they limits. The Rock knows, you know what? That's not my
And
thing.
guess what? Tom Cruise has no limits, and that's why he is that nigga. That Scientology got him right, bro.
The same could be said about the people of Jackass.
Yeah, but they're not doing the shit he's doing. They're doing
They're
like
doing much worse shit.
They most definitely.
yeah, but they're not doing it as dangerous as shit as he's doing.
It could be up there.
You know how many times he's halo jumped? You know what a halo jump is?
Yeah.
It's a high altitude jump with a low pull in.
Yeah, but how many
it's
times
one of
the
those.
Jackass guys ate each other's shit?
That's not. They're not gonna die from that though. That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, shit.
Well, who's more likely to die?
Jay
Tom
Pass said
Cruise
nah,
halo jumping.
J-Pass said, nah, The Rock would pull a helicopter while holding on a tow truck.
All right, relax, relax,
Tom Cruise ain't doing that.
relax.
Tom Cruise ain't doing that.
Yeah, but the difficulty, like he's not really pulling nothing. Like Chris Evans, he was really holding that helicopter together in Winter Soldier.
He fucked up like his back doing that.
His
right?
elbow.
Yes, yeah.
You don't think The Rock can really do that?
No.
Yes, he could. The Rock's stronger than that.
someone
That
said-
nigga would, with ease, just grab that shit.
Someone said, when we gonna talk about The Rock's steroid use?
Yikes.
We just gonna act like he don't use steroids.
Yikes.
We just gonna act
Right,
like
he
that.
be eating pancakes. I saw it.
Oh yeah, and them his cheat meals. That's what does it.
Bro, I feel like he's a clone. Like, look at his body from like 2003.
Crazy.
And then go to like 2012. That man, I mean, granted, that is like almost a 10-year like gap, but
Yeah.
like just look at him. That nigga got light as shit. He used to be dark,
Yeah.
got light. Nigga's fucking a diesel now. Like
Yeah,
the real him somewhere in fucking like
with
and-
Gucci Man's
right?
clothes.
Like that nigga somewhere in a fucking bunker, like screaming for his life.
Damn, this new guy not
That's
The
what I'm
Rock.
saying. Like the Rock used to not saying like he hasn't always been jacked, but
This nigga's Dwayne Johnson.
right, like this is Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock is
Dwayne
gone.
Johnson, yeah, The Rock is gone. Dwayne Johnson just a clone of him.
Hell no. I like The Rock, but when I'm on his Instagram, I always feel like he's trying to sell me something.
Most definitely.
Like he's
Pre-workout.
Like it's either
pre-workout, Under Armour shoes.
his tequila shit.
Oh yeah, the Terramana.
Yeah, that's it. It's never on some like, you know what, good morning
Here's an
Instagram.
Yeah.
inspirational quote.
Like that nigga's never saying
He's a
like
salesman.
Right. It's never, or even him like fishing in his own like little like yard. I'm like, bro, like that makes me want to go out and like get my own house type shit. Like nigga, you're never posting like, you know what, have a good day.
And he be having long ass I don't know.
And
how
I don't
he-
read that shit. I'll read like the first two
long
sentences.
ass captions on every post. How does
Bro,
he have the time to do
Bro,
that?
he could post his shoes. It'd be like, you know what? In 1992, I had $2 for my name.
Yeah.
I couldn't get these shoes. And it would be an entire like chapter on why he couldn't get those shoes and why he has them now. And I'm like, bro, the first three sentences could have summed up everything.
Yeah, and you see his latest post about he it's this video of him showing his mom like the third house that he bought.
Yeah.
Her. He's like, I'm so grateful to buy my mom this third house. I've been grinding and all this. Like, goddamn.
You've been in showbiz for 3 decades, bro.
Like, what is going on?
I think what if his house is in Virginia?
Yeah, he's got property in Virginia. I heard Martin Lawrence also has property in Virginia.
These niggas just
Yeah, he got a ranch in Virginia.
That's right.
Because Tunes and Tantrums named the episode. Shout out to The Rock with a ranch in Virginia.
I seen that.
nigga just got money.
That boy, he's really like gone into the country persona. You know, he's farming like some bitch. Like when he says things.
He gonna be like Thanos at the end of Infinity
No,
War.
but really,
What did he say? What did Thanos say at the end?
Now I can heavily. Oh, you should have went to the head. You should should have went for that.
That man.
No, he was like, I can live peacefully, or I can
watch the
sit
sunrise.
sunrise on
Yeah.
a grateful universe.
That man did just that. But The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, honestly, he plays the same role in almost every movie.
We talked about that.
I just want to make that known.
No, and it's definitely true. That's why him and Kevin Hart,
yeah.
perfect movie together.
Oh, Kevin Hart, that man literally, it's always
He's typecasted.
Yeah, nowadays it's if The Rock's in the movie, I'm his like partner.
Yeah.
It's never I'm my own shit.
Because it's the Rock's really big, the Kevin Hart's really small. Put these guys together. and see what
Jumanji,
happens, yeah.
I think was it Secret Life of Pets or something.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
Yeah. Central Intelligence.
Central
Yeah.
Intelligence.
Like they're always The Rock. I mean, Kevin Hart is just The Rock's bitch at this point. Like,
Damn.
I mean, not to call him that, but like it's like drag him around. If I'm in a movie, he's in a movie.
Yeah, but when when Kevin Hart dressed up as The Rock for Halloween, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, it was. Hey, do you mind if I go to the bathroom real quick?
Brad, you got 3 minutes left in your stream.
Oh, that's right. That's right. My fault. Guys. I've been holding in for a minute. I'm not gonna hold you.
I want to talk about.
I'm not gonna let y'all hold Tom Cruise like that. Like you see all those bangers, World of the Wars.
I'm not hoeing him. I'm just saying, like, enough is enough.
What do you mean, American? What is that? American
Made.
and where he flew his own plane in that. He's a producer now. He can do what he wants.
Listen.
Last Samurai.
The last I kind of seen that. It's been a minute.
Listen,
That's
He was amazing in Tropic Thunder, though.
Oh my goodness.
I can tell you a movie I wouldn't blame him, but the movie was ass. It was one of those mummy movies he was in. Like,
The Mummy.
the shit was ass.
That shit was
Wasn't they supposed to make a universe out of that?
Yeah, and
a dark
that
universe.
shit flopped.
They actually the plane scene. They actually got into a I forgot what the name of the plane is called, but it's called it's like a zero gravity thing, and the military uses it to or the NASA uses it to test their pilots to show them what it's like in zero gravity. And that was the first time they've ever actually filmed in a zero gravity plane was the plane sequence in The Mummy.
Like J Pat said, 5-star performance in Tropic Thunder from Tom Cruise.
Absolutely.
That movie overall.
You honestly couldn't even tell. I didn't tell it was him until the
yeah.
end of the movie. And then the dancing sequence at the end, like it was perfect. And those were all his ideas.
Tropic Thunder was just
He said
All around great movie.
yeah.
He said one of the funniest movies of all time.
That couldn't come out in this day and age, though.
Definitely not.
100%.
Definitely not.
Robert Downey Jr. cannot put on blackface and walk out his house the next day and not get fucking tortured.
The blackface, the retarded thing was a big thing too. Simple
Like,
Jack,
yeah,
that was actually the main thing that they were trying to cancel that movie for when it first came out.
Bro,
Was the retarded thing. It got
Literally-
more flack than blackface,
I saw a fucking
Of course it did.
which is insane.
niggas come last. But I saw this TikTok and this guy, his thing is like he goes back in time or he's from the past and he's from like 2003 or so. And he was like in today's age and he was like, why are niggas, I go into Walmart and niggas painting their nails, wearing dresses. He was like, I said that shit was gay. And then he was like, well, now I have to make it like a public statement on why, like, I said gay, I have to apologize. And it's like, yeah, you can't say that shit now. Like you can't be Riley. I saw gay, so I said gay. You can't say that shit now. Blackface, you can't do that shit.
You can say it, but you just gotta.
I mean, I'd rather not deal with everybody and their mom and why I felt like something should be said.
But do niggas really care? Because I think it's just like I said this before. I think it's just a certain amount of people on
niggas
Twitter.
care.
Like
he's right.
1,000 people on Twitter seems like a lot of people,
But it's not.
but it's not.
It's just, quiet voices get louder speakerphones on Twitter. Or smaller people get bigger microphones on Twitter.
Exactly. Like a majority of people don't care, and a majority of people be like, "Yeah, that is kind of gay," and not using it in a negative term, but like it's kind of gay.
You can't say it nowadays. Like,
Why can't you not? Is what I'm saying. Like
it's just we're in like a political correct environment, so you really certain things you can't say. Like you know how like you be at the lunch table and niggas say something mad suspect, like, oh nigga, you're gay.
yeah,
Can't say that.
but you can be like, "Hey, yo," which is like it's like the safe version of that's kind of gay.
But
bro.
what's crazy is like a lot of women will be like, "Oh, nigga, you're gay," because like if you post something that's like not in a woman's favors, oh, you're gay. But it's like I thought that was okay. Like you calling me gay is an insult.
I really don't want to leave all that.
Go ahead, finish your shit,
No,
man.
no, but no. I think you're right though. I just think there's subtle ways that you can say something's gay without like you can still say pause. Like I feel like some people might squinch their face when you say pause, but I feel like you can still say
pause.
It's funny.
It is funny. Like,
it's hilarious.
Niggas will say the most like outlandish things. It's like
pause is only entertaining when it's said and like you would have never thought sexually, and then like you think about when they said pause, you be like, oh, that's funny.
Okay.
You'll have some niggas, they be like, oh, you don't have to take it like that. Like, I know what I'm saying. It's like, that's cool. Pause. Like, you still said something suspect. Yeah. Pause.
It's the no homo that it's hard to like, because you
gotta
say that before.
Definitely can't say that.
You gotta say no homo. You can't say that. You can't say it after a sentence.
They will definitely, the moment you say that and you walk out this door, they will have a fucking whole squad of people waiting for you just to attack you.
They can all get the hands. To be honest. We should close on that. I just want to thank everybody for watching the live stream and supporting us. We gonna start going crazy. Like we gonna start really getting some content out there. You got anything to say to the free people before we dip out?
Summertime, it's finna be a movie. We're finna be dropping shit. So stay on the lookout for that.
Yes, sir. Again, I just want to shout out the YCC philanthropists before we go on the free portion. Thank you, Quinard H. Thank you, Frank P. Jacoya J. Bella S. Tyrant Totodile, Lo or Low. Appreciate you, Jay Carter, and then David B. We really appreciate your donation and keep supporting, and we'll keep trying to put out fire ass content for you. All right, this is the Blerd Watch, and we're out.